Hi everyone and welcome to Happy Healthy with Jess. So this is a foot and ankle mobility and stability practice, okay? So we're going to focus around the ankles and the feet, whether you've been told that you need a deeper squat or maybe you're trying to improve your running and just feel a little bit more grounded around the feet and the ankles, then this practice is absolutely for you. What you will need is a blanket or a towel that we can roll up. We are going to use it for some feet movement as well. You might want a non-slip surface like a mat and anything else that's going to make you feel comfortable. So let's get going. All right, everybody, so I actually want to start with the feet underneath the hips, and I want you to just start to push gently into your toes, yeah? So lifting up the heel, pushing into the toes one by one. Now, obviously, when we think about the feet and the ankles, so many people think that they are just this structure kind of out there on their own. The feet and the ankles are highly, obviously, integrated with the rest of the body. So they are influenced by what the pelvis does, what the knees do, even what the shoulders do, yeah? So make sure you're kind of aware of that as you're working into this area, that everything works around them, yeah? Keep pushing into those toes for me. I'm going to do it until we get bored. That's it. Nice. And then all I want you to do is lift your toes up. So lift the toes and then place them back down. Lift them, big spread, and place them back down. Imagine you're doing jazz hands with your toes. Lift them up, and back down. And again, lift them up. Very good. And then just start to have a little rock into your toes and then into your heels. Yeah, so we're lifting the toes up, lifting the heels right up into the toes, and lift. And good. Maybe getting a little bit bigger. See how far you can go back. Can you lift the balls of the feet off the floor as well? Good. It's nice to focus on the feet and the ankles for once, isn't it? Good work, everybody. Nice. From here, start to just do calf raises. So we're lifting up into the toes and back down. Lift up and down. Now, if you feel like your ankles roll outwards, so hopefully you might be able to see on the recording, if the ankles roll outwards, try and push more into the ball of the foot and the big toe. Yeah, let's do that 4 more times. Lift up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Last one. Hold it up for me. Hold it up, hold it up. Good, really push into the toes, big push. Fantastic work. And then just give those a little shake out for me. Well done. So we're going to balance onto the right leg, and I want you to lift that left leg and give it a hug. Now, if you need a support with a wall or anything, please do, because we're not focusing on balance, yeah? If you want to focus on balance, you absolutely can, because it's very helpful for foot and ankle stability. But I want you to lift it up and then give that left ankle a big circle 4 times round one way, 4 times the other way. Now, it shouldn't just be like little flappy circles, yeah? I want big, purposeful circles, yeah? Did you like that description? Flappy. Good. Once you've done that, I want you to swap sides. Bring that right leg in and circle. And again, notice we are getting into the hips a little bit here. And the other way. Now, bear in mind, you can do more than 4 if you want to. Fantastic. Okay, now, one of the biggest ways to increase stability in the ankles is by doing dynamic movement. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of that. Sorry, just a little bit. So can you just start with me? And I just want you to jog really lightly on your toes. How you absolutely would not jog outside, yeah? Really lightly on your toes. Good, my neighbours are going to hate me. Sorry. Good, jogging really lightly on those toes. Good, and then I want you to do double up, yeah? So you're going double and double and double and double, yeah? Double, double. So exactly what you were doing, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then just turn it into 2. Now, I know some people struggle with this, so please don't worry if you do. Just bounce around on your toes, yeah? Keep going. Good. Nice. And then stay on one leg when you're ready. And we're hopping, 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 hopping. Other leg. Just build it up. Maybe up to 4. Other leg. Other leg. Other leg. Good. Other leg. Breathe. Other leg. Another leg. One more, other leg. Good, take a rest, give it a shake. Good work. Now what I want us to do is 3 rounds of 12 on each side, yeah? So we will start with the side that you're least confident on. Do you know what side that is? Now I know that that's my left side, okay? So we're gonna start on the left, and all I want you to do is just start to hop, yeah? Really lightly on the toe, okay? So when you're ready, we'll do it together. If you wanna go in your own time, you absolutely can. On the left side, when you're ready, we go 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, other side, here we go. And 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You notice how it takes a few to get in there? Just takes a few to get settled. When you're ready, left side again. Here we go. And a 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Give it a shake. Right side, here we go. And a 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it a little shake. Now, just to let you know, if anyone is going, oh, you know, when I'm hopping, I'm getting a bit like, oh, I'm getting a pain, or it feels like it needs a bit of movement. One of the best things that you can do for that is lift, like we did earlier, that's why I did this first, up into some calf raises, yeah? Just to get that area feeling a bit of stability before you then go into the hops. That's why I've done it this way around. One more round, that's what I said. Here we go, left side, or whichever side. And a 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the right side, when you're ready, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant, everybody. Give that a little bit of a wiggle. Fantastic. Okay, hands to your pelvis, please. We want a little bit of focus on the pelvis because, of course, we're going to have a look at our squat in a bit. So I want you to start tilting your pelvis back and forward. Nasal breathing, start to recover, especially if that challenged you a little bit cardiovascularly, which don't worry if it did. Hopping is quite hard. Good work. Just tilting the pelvis back and forwards. Good, and then circling around for me. Circle the hips. Remember, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Just circling those hips. Very nice, everybody. Good. All right, so we're going to come down onto the ground and we're going to come into our first sort of lunge position. So I want you to bring one foot forward. It actually doesn't matter which, okay? And what we're going to do is, you might want something either side of you, like you could, if you've got a block or if you've got a chair, you can absolutely use anything for support. You might just reach the floor, okay? But what we're going to do is, we're going to bring our body so that the knee starts to go beyond your toes, okay? Now don't worry if it doesn't go beyond the toes, right? This leg at the back, if it needs padding up, you absolutely can. If you want, you don't even need to be in a lunge to do this, yeah? If it's too much on the hips, you can just rotate that leg in, yeah? But we're coming into this position where the heel is still on the floor. If the heel lifts, you've gone too far, so move yourself back a bit, okay? But here we are, right? I'm trying to turn as well so you can actually see, but your body will be facing downwards, okay? But I'm letting this knee go beyond the ankle. Can we just say, by the way, if you've ever been told that your knee shouldn't go beyond your ankle, please ignore that. It's not correct, right? And I got told that years and years ago in when I started first teaching. It's crazy. Your knee goes beyond your ankle every single day when you walk upstairs, when you walk downstairs. It's a very important position to train and to be in general, yeah? So let's just get that out of the, let's put it in the bin, shall we say. Now, you should have started, if you're here now, we've obviously been here a little while, you should have started to feel a bit of a stretch through here, through the Achilles. Now, some of you might already be at the point where you're like, well, I can't go any further, okay? And that's totally fine. You might not be able to go any further at this point, yeah? But just breathe for me a little bit more. It should be gently uncomfortable. If it's anything more than that, we don't want to push into it, okay? Good work. Let's just stay for 2 more gentle breaths, so nasal breathing the whole time, please. If you know anything about me, you know I'm all about the nasal breathing. Mouth breathing's banned here. Good work, everybody. Right, coming out gently. And if you need to, just give that foot a little point and a flex, specifically a point. Yeah, give it a point. Yeah, because that's the opposite movement. Good, little counter position. Good, so then coming on to the other side, I'll stay facing this way just so you get a different angle here. But coming into the foot, if you need something under your hands, absolutely do. Remember, it doesn't really matter what's happening with the rest of the body. I just want the heel on the floor and your knee to come beyond the ankle. Think about it going beyond the toe, although again, that will be very dependent on your body. Everybody's anatomy is very different, yeah? If you feel like your hip at the back is distracting you, because it's obviously a big stretch, you can just remove that a little bit, yeah? By turning your left hip outwards, yeah? Good. I'll also give us another way of doing this in a second, because we're going to do 2 rounds. So again, your heel is on the floor. And we should be getting just a very gentle pull here in the back, in the Achilles. Good, gentle breaths. And if you think about it, for those of you that are thinking about your squat, you know, you're here thinking, oh, I need to improve my ankle mobility, somebody's told me. Well, look at this position. This is a position of a squat. A deep, deep squat. When you're right down, astergrass, yeah? This is the position. So this is where we're trying to just gently improve that mobility back here, okay? I am also going to give you a few sort of slightly weird things you can do to help improve this mobility as well. If you're here for weird. We like weird, don't we? Good, let's do 2 more breaths. Maybe put a little bit more weight in there if you can. Good job, everybody. Nice. And slowly release. Again, little maybe point, little flex, any movements you want. You don't have to be all the way down there, obviously. Any wiggles. Good, so round 2 of that, in yoga, which I love, one of my teachers calls this the guardian, okay? Oh, I just love this name for a pose. So what you'll do is, this is, now I mean, this is a big stretch of the ankle that we're going to work on in a bit anyway, okay? But one foot, with the right, let's do the right, is going to be in this position here, where it's lengthened on the floor. And then the left foot is coming into that same position we just did, okay? So if any of you need it, get some padding underneath you, okay? Because this right foot is going to be absolutely straight here, and some people's ankles will be like, oh, hello, that's a big stretch there. And then the other foot is here, yeah, into this position. Now, the more you put weight into this left foot, the bigger stretch you will get. I'm just going to turn the other way. I'm terrible at this whole angles thing, everyone. I need to get better at it. But yeah, here we are, okay? Nice. And just for context, everybody, with these 2 movements, you've got plantar flexion, which is plant. I kind of like this. Plantar, yeah, like planting it, and dorsiflexion. So the right leg is in what we call plantar flexion, and this left leg is in dorsiflexion. And now the more weight you put into that left foot, the more you're going to get a stretch around here. The more weight you put backwards, the more you're going to be in the right foot. But we're going to come to that in a bit. Yep, just a few more breaths. You might have seen people in videos and stuff putting weights on their legs to add that stress, yeah? You can do that, but if you're just starting out, I wouldn't bother. Your body weight is enough for now, yeah? To be honest, for most stuff I do, body weight is enough anyway. You know, I don't really need to be adding that weight to it, but it depends what your goals are. Lovely, everybody. Good. I should say that the reason this is called the Guardian is because, you know, those statues that you get and they kind of like sit at the gates That's why it's called that. All right, everybody, other side. Good, so left leg, you're folding it under yourself now, yeah? Then this right foot here, putting weight into that right foot. And just breathe there for me. Remember, the more forward your weight, the more of a stretch you'll get, but just make sure the heel stays down on that right side. Gentle breaths. Well done, everyone. The guardian. I feel like a guardian. You can decide what gates you're guarding. What's beyond the gates? Good, everyone. Few more breaths. Again, remember, if you wanted to move a little bit over to the left and feel that left ankle, you can. We are going to come to that in a bit, though. Fantastic, everybody. Right, let's come out of that. Good work. Okay, so before we come into the plantar flexion, yes, and stretching the front bit here, I want to just have a little look at the toes. Okay, so we are going to come back on the knees in a bit, but come onto your bum for me, everybody. Now, this is a funny one, and most of us aren't going to be able to do it, but it is good. I do this in the bath, which you might think is a bit weird, but what I want you to do is just get comfortable. I'm actually just going to place my feet onto my blanket there and place them in front of me, right? So, see if you can follow me. I want you on the right foot and the right foot alone. Move your big toe on its own. Move your big toe as much as you can. Big stretch through the big toe, pushing it down and lifting it up. You'll be like, hang on a second, I can't move it on its own. That's okay, good. Then, second toe. Can you move it on its own? Good. Third toe. The third toe's the hardest. I think the third toe's the hardest. Good. Fourth toe. Get it moving. Even if they all move together, they all will move together, that's okay, but get it moving. Fifth toe. Now, the fifth toe, I can abduct. Abduct means like taking it out to the side. I can do that really well. Abduct, moving it out, right out to the side. If you can do that, see if you can train yourself to do that. And lift it up and down as well. Can't lift it up, it's very hard. Good, well done, left side. Is this what you thought you'd be doing when you joined this class, everyone? All right, big toe on the left, up and down. Ooh. Good. Remember, your feet are so important, so important. Often we squish them into tiny little shoes, yeah, and they start to lose, like, the way that they can move, you know? Good. Second toe. See if you can isolate it. Nice. Third toe. Oh my God, the third toe is so hard. When I try and move the third toe, all that moves is my big toe. Anyone else? I want comments of which toes do what, please. That's what I want. Fourth toe, yeah. Fourth toe. The left side's way harder for me. And little toe. Now see, on this left side, my little toe won't do what I want it to do. Come on, move. Ooh, she moved. Ooh. Well done, everybody. Good, good. Give that a shake. How weird's that? Good job. Okay. So now we're going to come back onto our knees, but I want you to come onto your toes first. Yeah? Onto the toes first. If you can, you might want to use your blanket or your towel in front of you. Okay? And I'm going to put my knees on it. Now, I'm right on my toes. Make sure that your little toe is spread. All the toes are spread out, yeah, fully. So give them a little bit of a manipulate, yeah, big spreading. And then you're going to bring your knees down onto the blanket. Now, if you need to, we're going to put our hands forward first, okay? I'm looking at that. I hope you can see me. It looks very bright up there. Anyway, so we are over. Now, this is already a stretch for me, especially on the left side, because I really worked my left side yesterday, so I can feel this. This might be enough for most of us, getting a big stretch into the toes. However, if you can or you need more, you're going to sit it back, yeah? Sitting it back and breathing. Now, what I would say here is that this should be discomfort, yeah? Uncomfortable, not even gentle, just uncomfortable, okay? If there's any pain, yeah, sharpness, anything like that, then of course, back off, please. But every gentle breath through your nose, try and sink a little deeper. Really make sure you're getting those full stretch of the toes. What we're also getting here is what we call compression. And compression is where a bone meets a bone, right? So, and that is very helpful for stimulating fluid, which is obviously how we get more mobile, flexible, yeah. Good work, everybody. Let's take one more breath here, breathing in. And breathing out. Well done. If you want longer, you can, but bring your body forwards. Now, try not to just shake them out. Just release them like this for a sec. Maybe start to circle the ankles a little bit. And notice that feeling. Be quite intense, probably. Well done, everyone. Okay, from here, we're going to sit back onto the heels. Now, again, this will be very different for every person. I'm going to show you, for those of you that are here, because a lot of people will be in this position. Yeah, it'll be quite intense. If you've got yourself some cushions, if you've got a bolster, get as many as you like and put them under your hips, right? Now, this might be enough for some people with something underneath your bum, okay? Others, let's move this out the way. Again, you might want your blanket if it's a bit intense on the feet. You might sit all the way back here. Okay? Let's hold it here. Now, I've got to be honest, when I was a kid, I would push into my feet all the time when I was at school, all the time. And I was a dancer. So my ankles are pretty mobile, yeah? Not necessarily a good thing when they're super, super mobile, yeah? But I can lift my knees up here, and this gives me a lovely stretch through the ankles. Now, if anyone else can do this, absolutely great, go ahead. It's not something that you're like, oh, I've got to be able to do that. Okay, so don't worry if you're not here at all. I've seen people who need super, like right up here support, you know, and that is totally fine. Good, everybody. Let's just hold it for a few more breaths. And just push down into your big toe knuckle, as I would call it, or your big toe joint, maybe I should say, just so that you get that stretch right through the front of the ankle and the foot. Nice. Well done, everybody, coming out of there for me. And just lean forwards again and give that a little wiggle. Woohoo! How are we feeling in there? So, coming towards the end, but we're going to come into a little squat if we can, everyone. So, with your blanket, your folded up towel, this is where we're going to come into the squat, okay? So, I'm going to take my toes, turn them out. Please don't worry where you are in terms of mobility for your squat, yeah? My toes are turned out, and we're just going to start to sit down. Push your bum back, coming all the way down. And then when you come up, try and come straight up. Push into your feet, come straight up without doing any sexy bum wiggles, yeah, which I do enjoy, but you're coming down. Push into the feet, coming up. So it actually doesn't matter. Some of you might just get here, yeah, or even here. Doesn't matter. But we're just seeing how we feel in there, yeah? And if you can, get to your bottom, the bottom of your squat, and just have a little wiggle in and out. See how that feels. Good. Stay here as long as you like as well, everybody. Let's have a play. And when you're ready, we're going to come sitting on the floor again. Good work. Really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put my blanket or my towel in front of me now. And I'm actually going to make it a little bit thinner, so I don't want it super thick. Okay, some of you might have seen this as part of like physio routines and stuff. But this is quite a nice one for, again, getting the foot moving in all different movements. So let me show you first what the movements are. In fact, do them with me. It's quite fun. So we've got plantar flexion, where you point your toe. Really point it. Beautiful good toes, we used to call it in ballet. Good toes. Now naughty toes, flex the foot. Yeah, dorsiflexion. Flex, 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 flex. Good. Now, then what we can do is, if I like open up here and like turn my feet in, so like this movement. So if you put your foot flat on the floor, come on, Jess, describe it better. Put your foot flat, and then with your foot, I want you to scrunch the towel over to the left, or scrunch your blanket, yeah? Move it over to the left. Big movement. Spread the toes, move it over to the left. Big scrunch, yeah? And again, I'm gonna flatten this out. Watch it again. In. So what this is called is, this is adduction, inner movement, like your inner thighs, adductors, yeah? Adduction of the foot, but also as it scrunches and turns in, it's called inversion, yeah? Inversion, yeah? Eversion and inversion. Inversion, good. And these are our movements that we need. Good, try it on the other side. So, toes move out to the left, and then scrunch them in, pull it in, turn the foot in and up, pull it in, scrunch, 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 scrunch. Can you notice as well, feel free to have a good watch if you can, of I move my foot to the left with big spread toes, then I grab the blanket with my toes, with my foot, and I drag it in, yeah? Eep. Very nice. Good. Then we can try it the other way. So flattening it out again. Place my foot. I'm going outwards. I'm scrunching and moving it out. In and then scrunch, moving it out. Scrunch. People do this with bands as well. If you attach a band to something, yeah, it can help strengthen that area. Good. Try it a few times right, a few times left. I'm going on my left now. I'm moving it in and then I'm taking it outwards. Yeah. Outwards. Outwards. Now, the reason I've told you don't need to know all these movements of the feet for yourself and the names and all these things, but it's quite nice to know that what they do and what movements the foot does. I mean, it's pretty cool, isn't it, really? Good. Oh, I am feeling that in there. Very nice. Good, good, good. Everybody, actually bring yourself into that position to end. Just move any blankets that you've had. You can sit on it if you need to. But bring yourself into butterfly. Thumbs right into the sole of that foot and just push gently up towards the ball of the foot. So I'm starting just on this inner bit here and pushing in and up. Little massage, why not? Little massage of the sole of the foot. Lovely. Fantastic. So the final thing that I want to say is if anybody has ever tried it, is you can get toe separators, and I tend to wear them around the house every now and then, where they go and spread your feet outwards into that lovely open position that once upon a time before shoes, that is how we would walk, that's how our feet would be. Now, if you're going to try those, I highly recommend it, but just make sure you do it little and often. If you've never worn them before and all of a sudden you start wearing barefoot shoes or you start wearing toe spreaders for hours at a time, you will start to ache. You know, you've got to, like anything, you wouldn't just suddenly lift a 50-kilogram bicep curl. You wouldn't lift a 50-kilogram weight. Same thing, just ease in gently, yeah? But the toe spreaders, I love them, so give them a go. But thank you so much, everybody. I really hope this has been helpful. If you feel you need any extra movements, feel free. You might want to take a little calf stretch or similar just to feel into that area, because the calves are important as well around the feet. But I really hope you've enjoyed this session. Remember that you can put this with my other mobility sessions as well and get a full body mobility routine. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. It really means the world. And if you have any requests as well, pop them in the comments. Thank you so much, everybody.